Big news out of Tampa this morning. Bruce Arians stepping aside. It's Todd Bowles' team now. Are Tom Brady and the Bucs better, worse, or the same this morning? Joel Embiid dished on his relationship with Ben Simmons. Does the whole Simmons saga actually help Embiid's MVP case? Never good to diss on your ex. And Brew, maybe throw all the Lakers on the Bud list. We'll just have the graphic department pull the whole team photo. Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday. How's everyone doing?
What?
I'm Jenna.
That's a Monday. 3-day whiff.
Bruce Arians. I don't know.
We're great.
Kevin
the
Wild, it's
furthest
good to
away
have
from
everybody. I got
correct
so
you could be.
excited. I slept a lot last
It's not
night,
a
so it
bigger
felt like a
difference
weekend.
in days
Broussard.
between Monday and Thursday.
Okay, forget it. Okay,
No,
I
don't ask Bruce.
You know what? Forget it.
Let's just start the show.
I'm not.
Thank God.
I'm
We're all
not.
just, I mean, come on. What
Good
are you doing?
news,
Nick cut
everybody.
me
It's
off
Thursday.
again.
It's
It's
Thursday.
becoming a habit.
No, I did it. My apologies. Let's get back on the right side of things here. We'll start in the NFL this morning. Another big headline in what's been, one of the wildest off seasons in NFL history. So, Bucs head coach Bruce Arians stepping down, announcing his retirement from coaching just a season removed from winning the Super Bowl. Defensive coordinator Todd Bowles will now take over head coaching duties. So Arians put out a statement yesterday which read in part, "Today I have made the decision to move from the sidelines into another role with the Buccaneers front office. It has been one hell of a ride, but I know this is the right time for me to make this transition." Tom's decision to come back, along with Jason and his staff doing another great job of keeping the core of this team intact during free agency, confirmed for me that it was time to pass the torch to Todd. Now, as you'd expect, Tom Brady did weigh in, a post on Instagram, obviously, thanking Arians, saying he was a huge part of the reason he joined the Bucs 2 years ago. Nick, there is speculation out there that Brady forced Arians out. You think that's what happened here?
Yeah, there
Especially
is.
with the timing of everything?
Yeah, of course. Of course that's what happened. And by the way, I want to shout out Bruce Arians, who's been inspirational as far as his fight with cancer, and has also been a leader in the NFL, showing you don't have to be a black guy to hire black people. And I think that as much as the Super Bowl will be part of Bruce Arians' coaching legacy, that he had the most diverse staff for a white head coach ever by a metric mile. And I give him massive applause for it. And I think it makes it all the more unfortunate that Tom Brady clearly forced him out. Like, nobody actually doesn't think Tom Brady forced him out, right? Like that. Now, finally, Brew, you know, I desperately yearn for things to make sense. I want to be able to understand. One of the reasons I have no interest whatsoever in fields such as astrophysics is they'll never make sense to me. I'll never understand. I want to be able to see clearly. And the whole Brady 38-day retirement never made sense. And so to me, I was like, I guess he's trying to get to San Francisco. Or then there was reporting about Miami. There had to be something other than he went to a couple recitals and parent-teacher conferences and then said, this ain't for me. But now it makes sense. What I thought he was talking with the Glazer family about on that trip to England was getting himself a trip to San Francisco. What evidently he was talking to the Glazer family about is, okay, I'll come back. Right. But the guy who reportedly I had issues with all year, who I thought wasn't working hard enough, who would come in, according to Rich Orenberger, come in and take a red pin, a metaphorical red pin to the game plan me and Byron Leftwich had worked on. I'm not going to have to deal with him, right? And they said, okay, sure. If we have to pick between Tom and Bruce, we will pick Tom every time. And so that's not a controversial opinion, is it, Brew? I don't know where you and Wild stand, but I assume you guys agree that clearly Brady was not caught off guard by this and, in fact, had a hand in it.
Yeah, Nick, look, I'm not typically a conspiracy theorist, and I like to take what people say and do at face value. But I've learned from Kevin Wildes. I've learned that you should always second-guess the decisions of Tom Brady. I mean, the announcements and all that. because you second-guessed his retirement from the get-go, and you turned out to be right.
True.
So I am going to take a page out of your book. And the fact is, Nick, as you said it, all of the evidence points to Tom Brady either saying, look, if him or me, or at the very least telling the Glazers, look, Bruce and I just, it wasn't working at the end. If he's not there, then I'm willing to come back. At the end of the day, both of them are forcing him out. You mentioned the Rich Ohrnberger report, right, about him changing the game plans that Brady and Byron Leftwich had put together. Yeah. Brady spent 20 years with Belichick. You know he learned to appreciate a hard-working coaching staff. And if he felt like Arians was very hands-off and not doing anything except taking the red pin to the offensive game plans, then that wasn't going to sit with him. Secondly, and you're right about Arians, Nick. I love everything you said about his diverse coaching staffs, and he definitely is committed to that. However, the romantic story, and I give my Odd Couple radio partner, Rob Parker, credit for this last night for being the first that I heard bring it up. The romantic story that he just wanted to turn over a great team with a chance to win a Super Bowl to Todd Bowles. It sounds nice, and I do believe that is in his heart as far as that sentiment, but I don't know that it jives. Does Bruce Arians have that power? Like, if Bruce Arians stepped down as coach, is he naming his successor?
That's a good
Wouldn't
point.
that be the Glazers or Jason Light? Like, so I don't, it's not like we're a week away from training camp where, oh my gosh, we just hire Bowles. Just hire Leftwich. No, they have plenty of time to go out and get a head coach if the Glazers wanted somebody else or Jason Light wanted somebody else. So they were in on Bowles too. So I don't know, Wiles, that it was all about Arians. Thirdly and lastly, are we to believe that Bruce Arians would rather coach a team led by Kyle Trask or Blaine Gabbert at quarterback than Tom Brady?
Yeah,
a team that had a chance to win another Super Bowl. And if Arians wins another Super Bowl, Wilds, there's a great case for him to be a Hall of Fame coach. His record is great as far as wins and losses, and then he'd have 2 rings. So it just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I'm with Nick. I think Brady had a hand in this.
Well, yeah, I think Brady probably had a hand in it, but stop trying to get it to make sense. Just lean back and enjoy the show, because the Bucs have turned from sport to sport entertainment. It's just, when is Gronk coming out? Oh, who knows? Gronk's going to retire. Oh, is Brady going to Miami? Just enjoy the show. It's sports entertainment. Can you smell what the Bucs are cooking? You got to go along for the ride, Nick. Take away your analytical mind. And don't put too much of a critical eye on this Rick Stroud treat. I'll read it to you. Bucs quarterback Tom Brady was informed Bruce Arians planned to step down and Todd Bowles will succeed him as head coach either the same day, or perhaps a day after the QB announced he was ending his retirement. Tim Bay Times learned. Team insists not related to Brady. So Nick, here's how it went. Tom Brady announced he was going to come back. He told the Glazer family. And then a few hours later, they say, Tom, you know what? Turns out Bruce Arians is going to step down. And Tom Brady's sitting there like, get out, really? Wow. What a coinky-dink. Yeah. On the same day that I announced that my sham retirement was over. Huh, who knows? I'm not putting too critical of an eye on it. I'm here with some popcorn enjoying the show.
And I'll take it one step further as far as why, like, the whole league obviously is skewing towards offensive head coaches. So why would Tom Brady particularly want a defensive head coach? Because now he's the assistant head coach. Because now everything on the offense runs through him. If you hire Sean Payton, you know what I mean? If you hire an offensive head coach, now it is Brady and Leftwich. And I have massive respect for Byron Leftwich, but I think that if Brady and Leftwich have a disagreement, and Leftwich is the offensive coordinator, I think Brady gets the final say in that because of they're around the same age, accomplishments, experience, all of it. So, you know, the old cui bono, who benefits? Brady's the biggest winner in this by a mile. So, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever that he didn't have a hand in it. So that's fine. Like, listen, again, hey, I told you before, he's following the LeBron model. Forcing a coach out now, Jenna. I like it. There you go, Tom.
I'm out on his disingenuous Instagram post about Arians then. Completely out. All right, we got to head to Philly, where Joel Embiid has a strong MVP case. Is it even stronger when you consider all the Ben Simmons drama?